Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. Let me adjust my stuff. How we doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we got some interesting stuff happening, folks. So I know I've been live quite a bit because of this here situation. And honestly, I don't like it. If I'm being honest, I don't think any of us should even be talking about this. And you know, the more I find out about this, the more it's just a personal family issue. At this point, I am totally convinced that Courtney is using the idea of Sophie being missing to use Katie Joy to manipulate you for clicks and views. Because the more I learn, the more I realize that what Michael doing, whether it's shady or not, I mean, I don't even want to use the word shady. Crappy is more like it, possibly. That's a matter of opinion, depending on how you feel. Well, that's Courtney in the thumbnail with Michael. And that's why I made that thumbnail, because she is absolutely and totally a major part of this entire thing, as far as the rumors that are going around. She is the facilitator of this entire ridiculous fiasco that is bringing back attention on Sophie, and it's negative attention, because she's not missing. She's not. Michael is not on the lam. He's not on the run. John is not with them, being Sophie's grandpa on Michael's side. Alyssa's not with them. So, I mean, there's just all these stupid, ugly rumors going around. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it's none of our business. And so I'm going to explain why, because I happen to have now, guys. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, why aren't you bringing receipts? Blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a good reason for that. First of all, what I'm going to share with you, these records are still sealed. So I can't actually share them with you. I can't actually share my source with you of where I got it from, but I promise you that this source is extremely credible, and definitely has access to these records and has access to people with these records. So now they were not shared with me. Again, this is, but this person is, let's just say this person is very well versed in the law. Okay. And in these cases. So, I'm going to do my best to try to explain it to you guys, because I'm not a lawyer and I'm not very well versed in the law and all these legal and all this legal jargon. But this is exactly the way it was explained to me, only proves exactly what I've been saying, which is that Michael is playing the stall game, which is what you do in a custody. It's standard almost. That when you are fighting, when you are in the middle of a custody fight, and you have possession of the child that you're fighting for custody for, well, then what you do is you play the stall game. And that's just the way that is. Whether you like it or not is not the question. Whether you have opinions on it or not is not the question. It's just the way that is. If the mother has possession, then that's the strategy that she's going to go with. If the father has possession, then that's the strategy that they're going to go with. So, we just have to accept the fact that this is what it is. It's just a personal family issue. It is a custody fight, cut and dry. That's it. And there's no criminal activity taking place at the moment. At least not anything to do with what's being said. What Katie Joy is doing is extremely irresponsible, and in the process, she's not even doing it well. You know, I mean, all you have to do is just pay close attention to the way that she delivers information and the information that she's delivering. The information that she's delivering is completely irrelevant to the narrative that Sophie's missing, first of all, and it's hearsay. It's just stuff. If you look at the evidence, guys, this is a true crime community. Look at the evidence. Pay attention. If you pay attention to the information that she's feeding you, it's just drama gossip coming from Courtney. And she has motive to do this. She has motive to do this because her and Michael have a child together themselves. And the fact of the matter is what she's doing is she's playing a game of chess. See, I caught on to this. What Courtney's doing right now is playing a game of chess. She's not playing checkers. Okay, what Courtney's doing is very, very, very slick, very smart, because she knows that an upcoming custody fight is going to take place between her and Michael for their child, right? So what she's doing is she's building a long game, right? So what she's doing is trying to ruin his credibility, and what she's really doing is trying to bait Michael into violating the gag order. If Michael comes on this channel, this is something that I didn't even think of, because Michael has a gag order as well. So if Michael comes on this channel and speaks up, or goes live and speaks up, then he's violating the gag order probably. And whatever decisions that he makes during his custody fight for Sophie and the other two boys, whatever he's doing is going to reflect on the custody fight moving forward with Courtney. You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm talking about here, guys? She's very, very slick. She's very, very slick. And I get it. And I actually kind of commend her for it. Like, I got to give props to the intelligence behind that. I don't agree with it. I think it's messed up, but let's face it, that's exactly what she's doing. So I'm going to explain to you why the court order so basically what took place here was, now I haven't seen these court records, like I said, but apparently this order did take place for Michael to relinquish Sophie to a neutral family friend, a neutral environment, because of course the court doesn't want to risk that the claims that Michael's claims about the environment that Kelly provides are true. They don't want to risk putting her in that environment just in case they're true. So that's why the family friend exists. And that's why they would make that decision. Now, here's the thing though. This is what's important. So what Michael has done, according to my source and according to John, Michael's dad, he confirmed to me that what Michael has done is filed a writ of mandamus with the Court of Appeals. Okay, a writ of mandamus basically is valid because apparently Kelly's attorneys, let me see if I want to make sure this was I read this properly. So now apparently this mandamus has not actually been filed yet. At least not through, it hasn't gone through yet. But so, and this writ was requested the writ that was requested to pick up Sophie, it was not properly executed by Kelly's attorneys. So basically, Kelly's attorneys dropped the ball when it came to that motion. So what this mandamus does, the grounds in which he can do it is either something was not filed or it was filed improperly. Let me confirm that real quick. The explanation here. All right. The way somebody had explained it is that a mandamus basically means that he's filing a request that will hold any other proceedings until that is addressed. So again, the stall game. That means that he isn't happy with the order or how it was filed. But my source that's involved in the case, or at least has access to people involved in the case, my source is saying that it's the latter. So he could have just filed that. Even if he just didn't like the judge's decision, he could still legally file this. And while it's being filed, he can legally take off with Sophie, do whatever he wants, go wherever he wants. He can absolutely do that within the law, within the boundaries of the law. He can absolutely do that. So he hasn't broken any laws. This is why Sophie is only filed. It's only been filed as a missing persons, but they're not treating her as a missing person, if that makes any sense. And that's why there has not been a warrant out for Michael for kidnapping or anything of that nature. He has not broken any laws. As a matter of fact, what he's doing is he's using the law to his advantage at the moment. So basically this explains everything. So when you hear Limey with the T and you hear, without a clue going on their channels, explaining the situation, and they're trying to make it out to be like it's just plain black and white. Like the judge ordered this to happen, so he's in violation of the court. He's not technically in violation of the court. What he's doing is he's playing the stall game, and he's using the law to do it. He's using loopholes in the law to do so. Now, whether or not you think it's messed up or not, unethical, wrong, that's up to you to decide. But he hasn't been breaking the law. And that's why the police have not issued a warrant. That's why they're not actively searching for them. Sophie is not missing, people. Okay? Sophie is not missing. Stop listening to all the crap from that idiot on that channel. And then the lesser idiot, well, she's a bigger idiot, but a less significant idiot on her Limey channel. So don't pay attention to this stuff. These are morons. Okay? They're morons and they're opportunists. Period. And that's it. And Courtney is taking advantage of that because Courtney is playing the long game. Courtney is saying, Michael kidnapped Sophie. And then she goes to an opportunist like Katie Joy, who's going to jump all over that and do exactly what Courtney expected her to do. So that's literally all that's happening right now. So you guys have been duped. You've been taken. Okay? And for those of you, I want to show you guys something. This is funny to me. This is really funny to me, guys. I'm going to show you guys a little something. It's funny. I'm 16 minutes in and I've already I don't even need to explain it any further, but I'm going to stay on for a while and we'll talk a little more. But we're just going to have a little fun here because as you guys know, I did that second live last night about Katie Joy and I streamed her live and she tried to strike me and it was just so beautiful that YouTube was like, nope, while I was still live. YouTube was like, nope, sorry, fair use, he's good. So you guys can see this okay, right? So Katie makes this post and she writes experienced parent and she writes, Dear Will, she addresses me, says, Dear Will, Let's quit the drama. None of this matters. Dude, first of all, I'm the only one that's sharing any fact. I'm the one that's avoiding the drama. I'm just calling you out. That's all I'm doing. This isn't drama. This is me calling you out on being stupid and being an opportunist and exploiting a child. This is all I'm doing. So none of this matters. She's trying to play the bigger person here, which is ridiculous. And she's posting it in a group that she knows that I don't belong to, which is really funny, because I don't do these stupid Facebook groups. Because all it is they're rumor mills. Thank you, Nicole H, for that. So let's quit the drama. None of this matters. Sophie is missing, pointing fingers, blaming people, and starting drama on YouTube solves nothing. No, what it does is it shows how full of crap you are. That's what it does. That's what it does, and it protects Sophie from mob mentality idiots that follow you. And then she says, donate to Kelly's legal fund. Share the poster and let's quit this petty behavior. The best thing to do with people like Will is to ignore them. Now she's speaking about me in a third person. She was addressing me directly, but now she's speaking about me in a third person, which is hilarious. Please try to be respectful in my chats. I have a goal to get out reliable information without the misinformation. Giving Will attention does nothing. Tell him to donate his money and walk away. Also, donate to Kelly's legal fund here. I donated $1,000 tonight. I have not made a dime on this story. BS, because every single one of her videos are monetized. So I don't even want to hear it. And she was getting super chats from her subscribers. I don't want to hear it. I have not made a dime off the story. I have now spent over $2,000 in charitable donations to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and to Kelly. So everyone do your part and help find Sophie. How about you don't spread misinformation? So everything that she says is some response to something that I call her out on, which is really, really funny to me. I find that really humorous. I find it really entertaining. Yeah. So what I'm doing, Katie, is I'm pointing out that you are completely full of it. And you went half cocked. The bottom line is when she went live with this, she went prematurely without having any real information. Kaylee with the T saw an opportunity to piggyback off of her because she's an opportunist as well. And a pathetic excuse for a human being, I might add. And so she piggybacked off of her and just to try to build her own channel, which is pathetic. And using my name constantly to have content, and telling lies, which is all these people are doing, are telling lies and spreading hearsay and spreading rumors. Anything that's hearsay is a rumor. I'm sorry. So in that post, she's encouraging people to donate to Kelly's legal fund. Now, you're free to do what you want. I'm not trying to tell you not to. But if I was donating to a legal fund, I certainly wouldn't donate to a legal team that screwed up a simple filing such as that. Because that's basically what my source is telling me. My source is telling me that they cagged the filing that would get Sophie into that neutral environment. So, that's a pretty simple thing. That's a pretty nasty mistake. Crime Lines and Lies. Okay, listen, you were nice enough to have me on your panel that one time. And I called you stupid because you keep saying stupid things. Because if you're paying attention and you're following me and you're following Katie Joy and you're actually paying attention to the stupidity that comes out of her mouth when she does her lives, which I streamed yesterday, then you would know that she's saying that Kelly has nothing to do with any of this. She's confirmed that Courtney and Kelly are not in any contact, yet she's getting all her information from Courtney, and that the other person that she's getting about maybe tops 5% of her information from is a friend of Kelly's who is not speaking for Kelly. That Katie Joy has made it clear is not speaking for Kelly. So Kelly has nothing to do with this. Kelly has absolutely nothing to do with this. And now, in all fairness, whether or not you feel that Kelly has a right to know where her daughter is, I believe she has a right to know where her daughter is, personally. Doesn't change the fact that Michael is not breaking the law. That's the point. So your argument of Kelly needs to know where her daughter is not the point of this live. It bears nothing here. The bottom line is there's been a narrative saying that Michael is deemed dangerous and that he has kidnapped his own daughter. And that's a dangerous thing to say when it's not true. And I'm telling you, it's not true. Because I have a very reliable source that I cannot reveal. I cannot reveal because that source could possibly lose their job or lose their license to do what they do. Even worse, because they're sharing information on sealed court documents. Now, this is an interesting thing here, though, because this is another reason why I'm confident in telling you guys this. Because one interesting thing here is the mandamus. Once the mandamus is actually filed, the public will have access to the whole file, and it should give some clarity as to what happened in that courtroom that day. So if you do actually get access to that stuff, that's thanks to Michael. If that stuff becomes public, that's thanks to Michael's filing of a mandamus. So, I mean, he's the one basically exposing the truth. He's the one saying, I don't have anything to hide here. He's the one that's actually filing and stalling. True, granted, he's stalling, but allegedly he's doing it just to protect his child. So every action that this man has made, whether they be erratic to a certain degree, because I won't say that they've been irrational. I'll say that he treated Courtney carelessly, is in my personal opinion. He treated Courtney carelessly, in my personal opinion, based on the things that I've heard. But that's based on hearsay. There's a he said, she said thing going on when it comes to that situation. She says one thing and he says another. And I see that John is in the chat. Welcome. He says one thing, she says another. So, but the bottom line is, this is exactly the evidence as far as all this being rehashed and brought back up. All of this, all roads lead back to Courtney. All roads lead back to Courtney, people. Hey, John, are you with Michael right now? Yes. And I have to point out, crimes, lines, and lies. Just listen to the name of that. Listen to the name of that channel. The word lies is literally in the title of that channel. Don Travis, thank you so much. Okay, John Long is confirming no, Michael Long is not with him. Okay, so you heard it from him himself. KJ flipped the others, making it known her kid might be in danger. In my opinion, don't you know? I mean, I don't know anything about that, and I'm not going to talk about KJ's kid or her parenting or anything like that. I'm not doing that. That is, those who know me know that that is very much beneath me, and I won't do that. I don't need to. You know, I'm the type of person that that even if I can't counter, well, it's not even that. Like if I can't counter what's going on, if I can't counter another YouTuber's claims with facts, well, then I won't even say them. But I'm perfectly confident in my source. And this source is actually saying this stuff will be made public. It's just a matter of time. Once the mandamus goes through, that stuff will be public. We'll be able to access those court records. And of course, once I'm able to access them, I'll share them here. And that proves that Kaylee with the T is a liar. Because she claimed when I was on her panel, which I streamed here too, she claimed that she had access to the court, that she had the court records. She's like, I'll have them. They're in black and white. I'll have them right here. They're in black and white. No, you don't. Share them. I challenged her to share them. She was like, no, you do your own digging. She totally did the classic deflection answer, like she was in the 5th grade. These are the kind of people that you're listening to, man. Smarten up. Smarten up. Because this is the kind of thing that actually puts Sophie in danger. Sophie is being exploited by Katie Joy, by Courtney. Yeah, by Courtney, by Katie Joy, and by Kaylee with the T, and by Crimes, Lines, and Lies. It's just that nobody cares who they are anyway. So, I mean, I don't know what else you need, people. Like, this child is not missing, and she is not in danger. She's with her dad, which we have seen nothing but someone who has done every action has shown that it has been in the interest of protecting his daughter. Whether you agree with his tactics or not is a different story, but you cannot deny that that his interest has been in, that the evidence shows that his interest has been to protect his daughter. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to agree with his methods. I'm saying you can't deny that. Yeah, Stacey O. I mean, exactly, dude. I mean, yeah. Now, granted, that's a biased opinion. With all due respect, John, I'm grateful that you're speaking with me, and I'm grateful that I have your trust to share information with. But I have to be honest with my listeners. Again, this is a bias. This is you're Michael's dad. But I want to also be fair to you and state to everyone, as I stated last night, that we also have to consider, instead of just focusing on the fact that John is Michael's dad, you have to also consider that he's Sophie's grandpa. Okay, so he wants to do what's best for Sophie. I have to have faith that John's intentions are that are in the best interest of Sophie. Let me see real quick. Not exploiting. I don't know what mother would be fine with not knowing where her daughter is. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'm not saying that Kelly doesn't have a right to know where her daughter is. See, this is the kind of crap that these idiots twist. They try to twist what I say. But I'm not. You're not doing it, because my audience, although it's significantly smaller, than Katie Joy's audience. My audience is significantly more intelligent and observant than Katie Joy's. And I take much pride in that. I take a lot of pride in that. So you're sitting here saying not exploiting. I don't know what mother would be fine with not knowing where her daughter is. Nobody's saying that Kelly doesn't have a right to know where her daughter is. But you're not going to convince me that lying and saying that the police have issued a warrant for Michael's arrest and that he's dangerous does not put Sophie in danger by default, because that puts Michael in danger. You get a mob mentality going on and spinning around. The person that is caring for Sophie directly at the moment, well, that puts him in danger. And if that's the case, that by default puts Sophie in danger. This child is being exploited by Katie Joy, by Limey with the T, and by this idiot right here. Crime, Lines, and Lies. It's in their name. Lies is in their name. It's like a disclaimer. It's like a disclaimer. You're going to get lies from us. And it's not our business to make sure Kelly knows where her daughter is. Stay in your lane, people. If there's not a safety issue put out by LE, shut the F up. And I could not have said that better myself, Faith Fit Fun. That's exactly my sentiments. I love when my listeners actually listen. I love that. I love that. So, I mean, why would I, and going back to Katie Joy, why, if you know, I'm not letting that law firm off the hook, man. I'm just not doing it. If they cagged the filing of that order, which works in their client's favor, if they cag something that simple, why would you donate money to them? I would look into a different law firm. That's what I would personally. That's what I would do. I would look into a different law firm. If you expect me, if I'm considering to donate to Kelly's legal team, I'm gonna be like, I don't like that. So yeah, I'll donate, but she's got to drop that legal team and find another legal team. If you expect me to donate. Yeah, we don't care. Crime, Lies, and Lies. Shut up. Let's see. John Long, Glare. Why is Michael stalling? Because he doesn't want SL with Kelly's sister. No, he just doesn't want to lose Sophie, and he doesn't want, allegedly, according to him. Let's see. All I know is what I saw. I saw Sophie and her brothers when they were reunited with Michael. I interviewed John. You can't coach a child to kick and scream like that. I agree. That's my personal opinion. And Channel 27, is that who I think it is? Yes, it is. Okay. And you recently posted. So Channel 27, guys, this is big news right here, guys. And I'm honored to have you in my chat, by the way, Marion. I hope I can call you that. So recently, Channel 27 News in Grant County has made this post, and I'll read it. As you know, I took a trip down to Texas to cover the story of Sophie Long and her father, Michael Long, tried to get custody. Over the past few days, followers of our page and some people who oppose Michael have sent me this flyer. I have not yet confirmed Michael and his father, John Long Sr., are on the run with Sophie, but I will dig into it. However, I don't think some of you guys will like what I have to say, but as you wish, I'll look into it and report back. Guys, this is huge, because this is going to be the first time that any mainstream media outlet takes on this case and talks about it. And that means that us YouTubers, us responsible YouTubers, are making a difference. That's why behaving responsibly. That's why covering things responsibly and talking about facts and avoiding speculation and rumor as much as we can, or at least identifying speculation and rumor as being that, is the responsible way to go, because now it's paying off. We got somebody who matters attention. So, and that's a big win. That's a big win, because I know that I can count on a mainstream media outlet like that to uncover the truth. Now, I don't know how deep they plan on getting into it, but they seem to have pretty strong opinions as to what that video was. So hopefully they're going to dig into that stuff. And if that's happening, then guys, we're on the track to success here, to getting Sophie some justice. So that right there is a big, big, big win. Okay, you're grassroots and independent, but I mean, okay, fair enough, but that's a step up. It's definitely a step up. It's definitely a step up, and I'll take it. But it's still a big win, because we're getting more credible. We're getting more credible professional journalists. We're getting their heads to turn and raise an eyebrow at this whole situation, and that's good. That's a good thing. Now, as far as this situation goes, I don't think none of us should be talking about it. But I'm not going to sit there and just let Katie Joy spread misinformation and allow her to be manipulated by Courtney. I'm just not going to let that happen. Like, I have a very, very strong sense of community. I take pride in having a strong sense of community. And when I see Katie Joy's listeners, even though they're not my direct community, they're part of a larger community, which I still care for. And so when I see them being misinformed and being taken advantage of and being duped and being swindled, then I'm going to speak up on it. And that's exactly what's happening. Courtney is absolutely manipulating, and she's using Katie Joy and all of her listeners as chess pieces in order to get her checkmate once the case for custody of her child with Michael comes to fruition. So when that happens, she's going to have everything set up. She's going to be able to go back and present evidence and say, well, look at what he did here. He violated a gag order. He did this, he did that, but he hasn't violated the gag order yet. So that's, to me, my personal opinion. And I haven't even spoken to Michael. He hasn't even reached out to me. I'm guessing probably because he did ask John for my contact information, but he has yet to contact me. So I'm guessing that somebody's advising him, probably an attorney, hopefully an attorney, is advising him not to speak to me because it may violate the gag order. And if that's the case, I'm totally supportive of that, of course. But what I'm saying is I think that Kelly is avoiding violating the gag order too. But what I'm saying is she has nothing to do with anything that's going on here. This is all Courtney, Katie Joy, and Limey with the T, and a little bit of crime lines and lies, who are nobody. They're piggybacking off of Kaylee with the T, which is it's pathetic. So yeah, I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke, people. Let's see. Mina says you should discuss the situation when you are actually advocating for a little girl who is clearly traumatized by something in the material home. Fair enough, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate the support. All right. And yes, and there are actually missing people out there, guys. Actually missing from Rogersville, Tennessee, age 5, blonde hair, blue eyes, height 3 feet, weight 40 pounds, description last seen wearing gray pants, pink shirt, and possibly barefoot. Call the TBI with any info. 1-800-TBI find. And we are talking about Summer Moon Utah Wells. She is actually missing. Now, there haven't been any real developments in that case, unfortunately. And as far as that case goes, as far as that case goes, recently, Donald Wells had told a local news source, a Kingsport news source, that he doesn't believe Sophie is Sophie. I'm sorry. He doesn't believe that Summer is still alive. And a lot of people are giving him a lot of criticism for that. But a lot of people just deal with things in their own way. And maybe he's just a realist. I mean, guys, it's been, I don't want to believe that. But I mean, it's been over a month since she's gone missing. And according to him, the canines, everybody's questioning the dogs. Well, why weren't the dogs barking if somebody came up and took her? Well, the canine scent that picked up did not go where the dogs are. It went from where a back trail starts, a dog trail in the woods starts, which is why they were searching the woods as much as they were. So, guys, again, you know, this is where speculation and rumor, damage cases. Guys, we got to have facts. You know, we got to have facts. Let me see what this captain. Oh God. All right. So channel 27, Marion, with all due respect, yes, you can coach a child into what we saw in that viral video. I've witnessed firsthand. It's the pain and stress that caused that reaction. I mean, dude, I call BS on that. And again, I'm telling you, dude, who was the one shooting videos and recording things that entire time? Except for maybe that one video, that particular video, aside from that one. But all the other videos that you saw, who was shooting and who was asking questions? Courtney. So if Michael is guilty of coaching Sophie, so is Courtney. Period. So which is it, guys? Make up your mind. This is why Courtney is not credible. She is not a credible source of information. She's biased because she is scorned. Yes, I'm using the word scorned. Courtney is scorned, rightfully so, in my opinion, but she is, without a doubt, scorned. She was allegedly mistreated by Michael and discarded with, however you say it. I mean, I don't know what else you need. I don't know what else you need. Katie Joy, just shut up. Just shut up. Find something else to talk about, dude. Dude, what's going on with the Dugars? Stick to that. Stick to things that it doesn't matter if you spread misinformation on. You know, nobody cares if you're lying about a reality TV show star, man. Especially one that's accused of what they're accused of. I don't care. You know, but I'm not going to sit here quietly while you exploit this child. You saw an opportunity. Oh, the Sophie thing is back, so I'm going to jump all over it. Courtney's in contact with me. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, like that's all that's taking place here. Oh my God. Courtney got in touch with me. I'm going to get all over this. Clutching her imaginary pearls. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, we just need to focus on Sophie right now. But let me share all these rumors that Courtney's saying about Michael, even though we need to talk about Sophie right now, even though I'm not talking about Sophie. Dude, She's a moron. Plain and simple. I've never felt more comfortable calling somebody stupid on my channel. I've never in my life, never since in the 3 years that I've been doing YouTube, in the almost 3 years that I've been doing YouTube, I've never felt more comfortable calling somebody an idiot. Because like the evidence just clearly dictates how stupid she is. She keeps showing how stupid she is. And then she tries to like strike my channel because I was streaming her just out of being bitter because I'm coming with facts and she's just coming with bullshit rumors. I mean, that's it. And for those of you who just joined us, what I went over was apparently Michael's intentions are to file a mandamus. According to John, he's already filed it, but it just hasn't gone through. My source didn't catch that, but that's basically the plan here. So he's filing a mandamus, I think it's called. Please pardon me, I'm not an attorney, and I don't know anything about the law. I just know what I'm being told by somebody who does. And he has filed or plans on filing a mandamus, and what that does is it buys him time, because and he gets to do that. It's valid because apparently Kelly's attorneys dropped the ball and filed the order for Sophie to go with the neutral family friend or sister, whoever it is. And they dropped the ball and filed that wrong. They messed up on that. So, I mean, and here's Katie Joy trying to get people to donate money to Kelly's legal fund, and this is the kind of this is what they're doing. This is the kind of thing that they're doing, which I find really, really funny. I find it humorous, you know. So, I mean, even if I did believe in Kelly's cause here, I'm not investing money in that legal team if they can't execute something that simple. I mean, why would I do that? So apparently it's not that the judge ordered anything. So again, this is misinformation. Katie Joy's lying. Kaylee with the T's lying. We know Kaylee with the T's lying because she tried to say that she had the court documents. She doesn't have access to anything. They're sealed. So, I mean, that's let me see, Mary Supernova. I think you're saying something real sweet here. Let me see. For some reason, my little boy must love to hear Will talk. This is the second day he's stolen my phone while I'm listening to him try to reason with people lacking critical thought skills. Well, I'm happy to entertain the kid, man. Let me see. What do you think KJ's game is? She seems to be more excited about getting a contact with somebody than the subject itself. Is it money or fame? She inserts herself everywhere. That's exactly all it is. It's exactly all it is. And Courtney knows this about her. Courtney's using her. Courtney's using this fact about her. She's going, who's the biggest idiot on YouTube who has a ton of subscribers? Who can I use? CK? Ooh, no, that's not going to work. Katie Joy. She's a moron, and she has a ton of people listening to her. She's the perfect target. That's exactly what's going on here. That is exactly what's going on here. Make no mistake about it. That is exactly what's going on here. Let's see. Apparently, she lost loads after the live. I mean, I don't care if she loses money. I don't care. I hope. I wish her all the success in the world. But I'm not going to sit here and let you use Sophie to do it, Katie Joy. I'm just not going to do that. Sorry. You know. I mean, I'm just not going to let you do that. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not out here trying to cancel her. I'm not out here trying to. I mean, I am discrediting her because she has yet to state any facts. The glare, and she doesn't verify her source's information. We know this because she threw her source under the bus in the defamation suit she just settled with the Westbrooks. Yeah, I mean, how do you not learn, man? You're being sued for doing exactly what you're doing right now. How do you not put that together? Because the issue at hand is not an issue. That's the point, L. Roland. It's not an issue. It's only an issue because an irresponsible YouTuber has made it an issue based on nothing. And it puts a child in danger. That's why I'm talking about it. She has no content, and that's the bottom line. No Dugars. No one is listening really to her pleas of being victimized. I mean, yeah, nobody cares. Like, you're not being victimized. You went live half-cocked with no information, not knowing anything. And so what that's going to do is get somebody with some sense and somebody who actually cares about Sophie to come behind you with a mop and virtually mop up your mess that you're leaving all over YouTube. Wiping up the stains that you're leaving behind you. I mean, it's pathetic, man. It really is pathetic. Like, the fact that I have to be up here talking about this case again just really, really gets on my nerves. Christy DeLeon, Courtney chose the biggest pot stirrer, KJ, to disclose the information. 2, coincidence? I think not. I agree with you. She knew exactly what she's doing. Courtney's not stupid, man. Courtney's one of the smartest people that I've ever seen. Like, she's extremely diligent. She's extremely calculated. The way that she did all of the digging. She did all of the digging into the corruption of the police department. She went down social media rabbit holes. I sat up there till sunrise, FaceTiming with both her and Michael while they were sending me all kinds of stuff that I still to this day can't share. I can't share it. She did it for the views, the coin. Hate the amount of exploitation they are doing for views. Yeah, Kelly Burgess, thank you, by the way. I agree. And thank you again, Christy DeLeon. Or De Leon is the proper way to say that. I mean, yeah, dude, like, I mean, I don't know what John's going to say because somebody's asking in the chat, John, how can we help? Well, you know, I mean, I'm not here to build some situation where you take a side. I do believe that if you have a side, then sure, you know what I mean. I've chosen to step away as far as everything goes, unless if the right attention comes on this thing, hopefully this Marion person, being an independent yet professional media source, if this person covers this thing properly, hopefully it will bring more attention. Thank you, Trace Harper. Keep bringing the truth and being the voice for Sophie. That's the thing is right now, I think the responsible thing for the rest of us to do, since this is just a civil issue at the moment, the responsible thing for us to do is to let Michael be the voice for Sophie. Let him do his thing, man. Let him do his thing. Let's all just kick back. Let's focus on real missing persons cases that are going on right now. Let them work this out. And if it comes time, hopefully, if it does, I'll be right back there and I will be advocating for Sophie as much as I possibly can if it comes time to where we can actually prove that there's been corruption in the system, if we can actually prove that there has not been a thorough investigation that has taken place into her claims, then yes, I will be there. But in the meantime, there's nothing that we can actually do. So we need to just let these people work out their differences. Nicole, stop super chatting me. It's one of my mods who is super helpful. All Courtney did was induce pain by saying Sophie was missing. Yeah, it's all she did. All she did was just stir everything up. She played off everyone's emotions. She played off everyone's caring for Sophie, for this little girl, everybody's feelings for her. She manipulated that. And I think it sucks. Shame on you, Courtney. I think it sucks that you did that. And the fact that you would use KJ to do it, and the fact that you would use Limey with the T to do it, speaks volumes of your character. Because if you went to anyone else, they're going to be like, this is just BS. This is just drama trash. This is personal stuff between you guys that I don't want to get involved with. Any reputable YouTuber is going to say that. And she knew that. Which is why she went after KJ and decided to use KJ to spread her information, her misinformation, and decided to use KJ to trash Michael. I mean, that was a smear fest, is what it was. That's all it was. It was a smear fest. Oh, well, Michael belongs to an organization of fathers' rights, and those people aren't good people. How do you know they're not good people? What do you know? You don't know anything. Crazy House Saloon, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Hathanaut, find Alicia Navarro. I'll look into that. Thank you very much. Hey, I thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, that's all that is. I mean, she's just. Oh, you like my Spartan? Yeah, I like this shirt too. Woman of Sparta. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at, folks. I mean, what's it going to take to get you guys to realize, Katie Joy listeners and supporters, pay attention, man. I'm looking out for you. I'm trying to make sure that you don't get took. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. John Long says KC was part of our family. It's sad the way things have turned out. I agree with you, man. I don't have anything personally against Courtney. I like her. If I'm being honest, I actually like her. That's the truth. But there's no way you're going to tell me that she's not behaving like a woman who has been hurt. And that's just it. There's no other way around it. And I don't know what else it's going to take to prove it. But again, man, Katie Joy, telling you, this is not a good look. You're not doing a good job here. Sophie Long is not missing. Michael is within his legal rights to be doing what he's doing, which is why a warrant has not been issued, which is why an Amber Alert has not been issued. because she is not considered to be in any danger. Let me see this. A big red flag. Courtney was talking to Annie. This is a funny. Hooked on Phonics works for me, but all misspelled. I see what you did there. I see what you did there with your handle. Okay. Big red flag is Courtney was talking to Annie a lot, knowing she was credible. But for this situation, she runs to the least credible creators, not the first she had credited history with. Big flag. Yeah, I mean, but she also knows, but that's just because she knows Annie's not going to talk about this stuff. I mean, I can't speak for Annie. I don't know. But I'm assuming, being a friend of Annie's, I would assume, and being a fan of her channel, I'm gonna assume that Annie's gonna look at a situation like this and be like, I'm not touching that. You know what I'm saying? Well, John, yeah, I understand that, but again, that's a he said, she said thing, but I'm of the opinion that that's none of our business. I'm of the opinion that Courtney should have never made any of this stuff public. I get that she's angry. I get that she's upset, but the fact of the matter is now that we know that that's public, we're seeing a motive behind her spreading this information, which I'm proving is misinformation, which you will see with data once this, how do you say that word? Sorry, give me 1 second. Mandamus. Once this mandamus goes through, according to my source in the court, then this stuff is what happened in the courtroom that day is going to be made public anyway, and the result is going to be made public. So even if a mandamus is pending, then he still technically has the immediate custodial rights over Sophie, and he can take her wherever he wants, basically. Probably not out of the country, but I mean, he's perfectly within his rights to be doing what he's doing. So I mean, I don't Courtney's just straight up lying. That's straight up what's happening here. She's lying. In her posts, she said that there was a warrant, that the sheriffs were actively searching for Michael, and that there was a warrant out for his arrest, and that they've deemed him too dangerous to be around Sophie. None of that's true. None of that's true. So, I mean, that's where we're at, guys. So, guys, Katie Joy, the Glarer 3, Katie Joy, donut. Nice try, though. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I appreciate you guys joining me, especially so early. I wanted to give as soon as I get stuff, I want to be able to share it with you guys. Because now you guys have been dragged into this all over again. And so you have a right to know what the truth is. So there you have it. And the more, the more this idiot goes live, the more I'm going to go live and speak up against what she's doing. It's just, I plan on, Katie Joy, I want to speak to you directly. Okay. I plan on being an absolute stone in your shoe as long as you are doing this. And I could be quite a sharp stone. So, just ask Critical K. I mean, if you want to keep giving me content, keep giving me content. That's fine. But the bottom line is I'm just going to keep exposing you for the fraud that you are. And I'm going to keep on speaking up against you and showing these people that that are subscribed to you that you're exploiting this child for monetary gain. That's exactly what you're doing. I don't care what you say. Courtney's using the fact that you were willing to exploit this child for monetary gain and feeding you information, misinformation. And that's a fact. That is a fact. So buckle up, Buttercup. Guys, I love you. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.